Let's talk 1A, North Miami against Grant Mosher and the
about
Fighting
that?
Starfires. Man, another impressive performance in this playoff run from South Adams to put up 43. Titus Lehman thrown for over 400 yards. They go down and beat Madison Grant. What is it about this South Adams team that's really clicking right now? Because there's no doubt they're playing their best football right now.
It's just a team that's really, really resilient. I mean, in terms of being able to go out and perform and execute, particularly offensively, when you can put everything going on defensively. Like the last 2 weeks, they've gotten run over with that running attack of first try and then now Madison Grant. But offensively, they've matched that. And defensively, particularly the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter against Madison Grant, got stops. And it was just right. It's right now. It's a team that believes they can play with anybody. And North Miami's next. And you feel like the way Titus Lehman's playing, you get Wes Somerset back, who's getting healthy. A guy that missed the majority of the season, was their top receiver from a year ago, and now he's back, and that helps a lot. And it's just an opportune offense and a defense that can get just enough stops to give that offense a chance. And it's been a lot of fun and burn. I mean, nobody really expected this out of South Adams. They get a great road victory to get a sectional championship. We talk about teams playing with house money. You feel like South Adams is that. And I think they face a very winnable game against North Miami.
The thing, if you're North Miami, that they do really well, they've passed for 300 yards this season. They've rushed for 4,100. So they've rushed for over 1,000 yards, or they've rushed for over 4,000 yards. They've run for passed for 300. If you're Grant Mosher, you're practicing on the old run defense this year.
I would say so, a little bit. You're facing steadily more prolific rushing attacks over each consecutive
They've been
week.
staggered, like.
And now it's North Miami. And what's the focus? I mean, do you look at, obviously the defense wants to get stops, but are you looking at another game where you say, offense, we just need to keep scoring, and hope the defense can get some stops? 0 for 5, Madison Grant was last week on fourth downs. And that was huge. So if you look at your defense, hey, we're forcing turnovers on downs on some of these drives, it's going to be tremendous. So for South Adams, I think that's going to be key. Trying to figure out how to slow that running game, but then offensively making sure you're putting up points on every possession.
What are you most looking forward to about this week? I mean, as regionals, like we have really, if you won a sectional title, you're a pretty darn good football team.
Yeah.
So we have really separated the contenders from the pretenders at this point. Everybody here's good.
Yes.
A good football team. You don't luck into a sectional championship. Right. So what are you looking forward to as we go forward?
I think you're looking at a slate where it's not one of those weeks where we go, okay, the majority of these teams have really difficult matchups, and we're going to emerge with maybe 2 teams left. Like, you can make a case for us to have 5 teams playing in semi-state if everything goes right. And so you look at this, I mean, yeah, conceivably could have in every class. I mean, the only game that I look at really that you're saying, wow, that's going to be tough, is Carroll going to Crown Point, right? Everybody else, you feel like, okay, this could happen. So I'm just encouraged to see what we can do in semi-state, particularly with a season where at times, like you mentioned earlier, we were looking at it and go, do we really have a state champion in this group? And then this time next week, maybe we have 6 teams playing for a berth in the state championship. You never know.
That would be a logistical nightmare, but one I would be willing to do.
It would be a ratings bonanza for you guys,
it's
right?
good for us.
How you figure that out?
Running across the state, Josh is out. I mean, what are we doing? Let's just keep winning. If you're going to win, just keep winning.
At this point,
yes, we like state
doing
championships.
Yeah.
So if you're going to keep your season alive, you might as well win a state championship in every classification.
Right. If we have to go down for 1, we may as well just go down for 6.
Go down for 6. Why not?
Whatever, let's do it.
Just make it a whole weekend. Justin, I was thinking of Josh. Justin, we appreciate the time here on Inside the Zone. I'm Glenn, and we'll see you next Monday where we're talking semi-state already.
Let's do it.
Crazy.